I'm excited to announce that this episode of the Cole Memo is brought to you by the folks at River Bluff Collective. In case you didn't know, River Bluff is a licensed social equity cannabis business in the state of Illinois owned by three siblings. They invested their life savings to apply for a dispensary license and ultimately won a social equity lottery ball, which allowed them to build up their business with the help of an investment team. They've also leaned into hemp to finance their operation. You can enjoy their amazing hemp-derived products like edibles, tinctures, and beverages, which can be delivered straight to your door, absolutely legally, from riverbluffcollective.com. I've also thrown that link in the episode description for your convenience. Many of you might already know that the River Bluff Punch Pop is one of my absolute favorite cannabis products I have ever tried. With a whopping 50 milligrams of THC per can, it delivers great effects almost instantaneously. But I realize that this dosage is a little bit high for most people. So for those looking for lower dosed beverages, they also offer the Bluff Punch Pops in 10 milligram form factors, and they even have lower dosed beverages that are suitable for all tolerances, right? So right now I got my hands on some of their lemon seltzers. They've also got this strawberry acai lemonade seltzer, and there's just 4 milligrams of THC per can for both of these drinks. Perfect for people that are cannabis curious. So if you're a cannabis veteran, you might consider trying something like 50 milligrams. But if you're new to it or just have a lower tolerance, you might consider trying some of the lower dosed drinks. And if you're thinking of trying these drinks, this is the month to do it. For the entire month of August 2024, you can enjoy a 40% discount on 4 packs of the 10 milligram or 50 milligram River Bluff sodas. No need for a discount code. The savings are automatically applied at checkout. So don't miss out. Explore their website at riverbluffcollective.com to find those amazing deals on these amazing products. Folks, you must be 21 plus to purchase, and please consume responsibly. I want to be very clear. These hemp-derived products are not sold in dispensaries. If you'd like to find a place to purchase them, once again, the best place to go is riverbluffcollective.com. But if you're really looking for it in store, at the bottom of riverbluffcollective.com, you'll find the store locator. And that's where you can find a River Bluff Collective store near you. Off the top of my head, I know there's one in East Dubuque, Illinois. So check that out. Have fun. Enjoy the products responsibly, and enjoy this episode of The Cole Memo. Hello and welcome. In this episode of the Cole Memo, I'll be interviewing Illinois State Representative Daniel Swanson. Today's interview was captured at the 2024 Hemp Research Open House, which was co-hosted by the Illinois Hemp Growers Association and the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign's Crop Science Department. In case you didn't know, I've sat down with Dr. D.K. Lee from the University of Illinois in the past to talk about their program. So if you're interested in studying the science of cannabis, but would like to hear some insights from the program director, Dr. D.K. Lee, well, then check out the episode that I recorded with him. I'll have that episode linked in the show notes. Once again, this is where the interview was captured. Here's a photo of me in the hemp fields. And in this episode, I sort of briefly recap the latest legislative session, and I ask Representative Dan Swanson how he feels about the future legislative session with regards to the hemp industry. Enjoy this episode of The Cole Memo.
Hey everybody, it's Cole Preston. Today is August 2nd. Wow, I had to look at my calendar for that one.
Where has the summer gone? School buses are going to be rolling here soon again.
That's absolutely right. And I'm standing here with
State Representative Dan Swanson, the 71st District. My district extends from Moline to Macomb, about 12 miles wide, 100 miles long.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. We're at the Illinois Open House for hemp. I came in at the tail end of your speech, and I really loved what you had to say. I'm just curious, as a state representative, you probably see a lot of businesses try to, make cases for their industry and everything else. I guess just to get right to brass tacks, have you ever seen anybody employ the same tactics as the cannabis industry did this last session?
Well, the hemp industry has been very vocal and active in keeping their opportunities still growing with the joint partnership here with the U of I doing what they do, and the Illinois Department of Ag and the Illinois Hemp Growers Association doing a great job lobbying the members of the House. There was some detrimental legislation that was introduced very late in the session. And it was just good to see everyone get motivated because there's so many opportunities for hemp, and it's just selling that message to the right people.
Right, and I mean, I think you mentioned it. You're a Republican, and I would even say the same about Democrats. Everybody's for public safety. We don't want kids to be having these products. And I guess just to get back to that question I was asking, it seemed like they made the debate about the children and public safety when really it was about big business. And I'm just curious, have you seen that sort of approach before?
Well, everyone likes to protect their area.
Right.
And the cannabis group, the marijuana groups, were really trying to protect their industry, fearful of what hemp could possibly bring in competition to them. Mm-hmm. And if they would work better together as opposed to being opponents, I think we'd get a better resolution. If you bring both of them to the table, I don't think hemp is so worried, or I don't want to say they embrace regulations, but they're willing to keep their industry alive and look at potential changes in their growth or in their production or in their sales and their marketing, if that's what it's going to take. And sure, nobody wants to see drugs in the hands of the young people. It's terrible to see what we have today because there is some filtering through to the young, and it ruins our society as a whole.
Yeah. And like you say, it seems like, and this I think is a good note to close on, it seemed like what everybody did agree on was like, hey, kids shouldn't have these. Hey, I'd love to be tested and labeled, and some even said taxed at the same rate as these cannabis companies are. So that seemed to reveal that, yeah, this was less about actually addressing those public health concerns and more about, like you said, protecting market share.
Right, and I think we'll come together.
Yeah.
I think, I don't think. The debate, negotiations are still ongoing. And here again today with the many people that are at the open house here and what the University of Illinois has to show and what they're doing, it demonstrates that, we all are about trying to protect and be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
Yeah. And last question here. I've talked to Representative Miller, Representative Calkins. Representative Calkins seemed to be more aware of what you're talking about, that this is less about public, safety and more about protecting market share. Do you have faith? It seems like the Democrats are pretty aligned on cannabis. Do you have faith that you can come up with something bipartisan that everybody will agree on?
I think so because, the lady I just talked to here, she lives in Chicago and she grows hemp in Chicago. So we know it's growing in more than just downstate Illinois. This is a product that is being embraced by those who live in the city of Chicago, those who have areas to grow it on the outskirts, on the collar counties. So it's not just a downstate product. It's all across Illinois because it's an opportunity to raise some money, an opportunity to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
Well, I just want to thank you again so much for talking to me before you leave. I hope that this upcoming session goes smooth and that you enjoy the rest of your summer.
Well, thank you very much, and same to you, and safe travels.
Absolutely. Take care.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.